This video investigates the link between two Microsoft Store apps, PDFX by NG PDF Lab and PDFGear. Although marketed as separate products, they share the same codebase, design, and developer infrastructure, clearly pointing to a common source. We'll look at their publisher records, behavior, and how Microsoft continues to promote them, then outline the security findings that show activity consistent with spyware or malware. The Microsoft Store was supposed to be a safe, vetted platform for users, yet it's now hosting and actively promoting what appear to be scams and potentially harmful software. PDFX by NG PDF Lab at $50 per sale is one of the most aggressively promoted apps on the Microsoft Store. It's featured multiple times across the store's front page, often appearing as both a paid advertisement and the #1 most popular app, which was recently renamed from top selling, meaning it's making the most money in the whole store. Since the Microsoft Store takes a cut of every sale, it's easy to see why Microsoft might willingly overlook what's really going on. The app has over 85,000 reviews, with the majority being suspiciously 5-star. A closer look at the review patterns shows a surge of low-effort or nonsense positive reviews posted daily, while the 1-star reviews describe the app as misleading or predatory. This pattern looks exactly like classic review manipulation, designed to bury criticism and keep the app at the top of the charts. Meanwhile, PDFGear, a free clone with the same interface and features, has barely 60 ratings and is almost invisible in the store's rankings. These numbers make no sense. The most likely explanation is that the same developer is manipulating the store's algorithms and review system to keep PDFX at the top, while using PDFGear as a free counterpart in an attempt to maintain legitimacy. Microsoft still profits from the paid version's success, which probably explains why it remains so prominently featured despite the clear red flags and identical repackaged apps. And this isn't an isolated case. The same developer appears connected to a broader network of clone and scam apps across the store under different publisher names, which we can dive into another time. Now let's look closer at the evidence that PDFX and PDFGear are, in fact, the same application built by the same developer. Put the two apps side by side and the match is clear. The layout, icons, dialogues, and tool labels line up almost exactly, with only minor shuffles. PDFGear's AstroTurf farm have tried to claim this comes from using the same SDK. The overlap goes far beyond any shared library. To settle it, we will trace company records and domain history, then show technical links in the code and build artifacts. After that, there should be no doubt. Let's start with PDFGear's own website. Their About page lists the company name as PDFGear Pte. Limited with a Singapore business address. At first glance, that makes it appear to be a Singapore-based developer, but a closer look shows it's actually a shell entity tied to a Chinese developer. Singapore's official business registry, the Accounting and Corporate Regulatory Authority, ACRA, is the government body that maintains all company records. The site often used to access these records is recordowl.com, which provides public summaries drawn directly from ACRA's database. According to the ACRA record, PDFGear Pte. Ltd. was incorporated in 2020, but not under that name. Its original name was IO4 Pte. Ltd. I've downloaded a publicly available ACRA file about PDFGear/IO4, which you can find a link on the Reddit post or just this QR code. This file reveals that while it's a Singapore shopfront, the only shareholders of the business are 3 Chinese nationals, all based out of Nanjing, so no Singaporeans have any shares in this business. The Singapore address is just that, an address to hide the owner's real origin. So who is IO4? Their website suspiciously went offline in November, but archived versions from the Wayback Machine show that IO4 is a software publisher producing a range of utility apps and sold in? Yep, you guessed it, the Microsoft Store. So now we have 3 publisher names connected to the same ownership in the Microsoft Store. In another post, I might show how it doesn't stop there, and there's tens or hundreds of publishers cloning the same apps over and over, all for the purpose of scamming you, the consumer. But focus on IO4's main app, Filmforth. Like PDFX, it's only available through the Microsoft Store, and it also has a Reddit community. The sole moderator of that subreddit, u/Sean-701, has a posting history that links the two brands. Between 2021 and 2022, nearly every comment promoted FilmForth, followed later by a long streak of posts only about PDF Gear. PDF Gear's astroturfing has been pointed out many times, so maybe I'll do a dedicated post on that later. While looking into FilmForth, a quick Google search for malware turns up a Malwarebytes forum thread linking PDF Gear to yet another publisher, any DVD and Office app. From there, the pattern only grows. Each of these publishers is tied to the same network of cloned apps flooding the Microsoft Store, all propped up by fake reviews and misleading marketing. It's an entire ecosystem built to manipulate the store's rankings and trick users. But for now, let's get back to the main thread. Still not convinced PDFX is PDF Gear? Don't worry, there's plenty more evidence. Let's go to PDFX's webpage, pdfxapp.com. If you open your browser's developer tools, right-click the page and select Inspect, then check the Network or Sources tab, you'll find multiple references to ioforth.com embedded in the site's footer files. These traces link back to the older ioforth domain, the same company name under which PDF Gear's developer was originally registered. In other words, the developer behind PDFX forgot to fully remove ioforth references when rebranding, leaving a clear digital fingerprint connecting the two. At this point, the overlap between the two apps is undeniable, but the technical evidence makes it even clearer. When the code is inspected, it shows that PDFX and PDF Gear share the exact same Syncfusion SDK license key, a unique identifier that ties back to a single developer or organization. A Syncfusion key isn't something two unrelated companies could share by coincidence. It's issued per developer account, so using the same one across separate apps strongly suggests they were built and published by the same team. Along with the identical codebase, it's clear they are actually just a repackaged clone. It's a careless mistake that exposes their shared origin. Syncfusion has been notified of the key reuse for a likely violation of license misuse, even if Microsoft refuses to take any required action. In another video, you will find more technical detail around security and possible malware or spyware concerns. I'll summarize here first. Independent sandbox analysis identified multiple high-risk behaviors in the PDF Gear installer and runtime. The app injects code into trusted Windows processes, allowing hidden execution that can persist even after uninstall. It also installs keyboard and mouse hooks, effectively enabling keylogging and activity tracking across common applications. Most concerning, the app silently adds unauthorized root SSL certificates directly into the Windows Certificate Store, a change that can allow interception of encrypted HTTPS traffic and bypass browser security warnings, also known as a man-in-the-middle attack. Together, these behaviors resemble what you'd expect from surveillance or malware-grade software, not a PDF editor. So the question is simple. Would you trust installing PDF Gear or PDFX on your computer after seeing this? On Reddit, PDF Gear's accounts often appear in threads defending the company and asking users to trust them, claiming to be open and transparent. But everything shown here tells the opposite story. Their supposed public and only representative, Piers Zoyu, is presented as one of the company's executives and described as having been with PDF Gear since 2015. 5 years before the company even existed. It turns out Piers isn't real at all. The photo used for him comes from a stock image on Pexels, showing a completely unrelated person named Alexander Wendt. It raises the question, if the company is truly legitimate and transparent, why invent fake leadership and hide behind fabricated identities? So now, PDFX and PDF Gear are conclusively and without doubt the same app by the same developer. End of story. If there are any more Redditors that claim it's not or say it doesn't matter, you will know it's from PDF Gear's Reddit AstroTurf army. So what's really going on with PDF Gear? Based on everything shown here, the developers behind it have a long record of using deceptive tactics, from fake reviews and store manipulation to astroturfing communities on Reddit and YouTube. After finding the limit of how much profit they could extract from the Microsoft Store through their paid clone, they now appear to be using PDF Gear's free model to build reach and trust before eventually converting users into paying customers. It's a familiar playbook built on misleading practices, and it deserves to be called out. Given the hidden ownership ties, the fake company front, and the serious security risks uncovered in code analysis, There's also reason to question the app's safety. The same development group has been linked to other suspicious software in the store, suggesting this could extend beyond simple deception into something much more concerning. Future posts will cover how this network operates and where else their software appears. PDF editors are now commonly used as a vector of security attacks and scamware. There are posts you can take a look at, but simply take a look at AppSuite PDF Editor, a recent malware actor, and PDF Guru, a recent scamware actor. Both are being investigated on whether PDFGear's group is also behind them. AppSuite PDF Editor also have Singapore or Malaysian company fronts, but is a Chinese group. AppSuite also looks safe on initial download, but Trojanized at a later date, something PDFGear can easily choose to do. This point around the developer's true location and ownership matters. The company goes to great lengths to appear Singaporean, yet all technical and historical evidence points to China. That distinction is important because many Chinese software operations are subject to data laws that allow government access to user information and require cooperation with state agencies. When a company hides those connections, users can't make an informed decision about where their data goes or who controls it. Combined with the app's hid-shopen network activity and certificate manipulation, that lack of transparency makes it far more plausible that PDFGear could function as spyware or a data harvesting tool, rather than a legitimate PDF editor. A large install base for a utility app like PDF X gives them optionality to Trojan the app into whatever they want at any time. There's so much more that could be included in this video, but I think this is enough for today. What began as noticing PDFGear's astroturfing on Reddit has uncovered something much larger, a coordinated operation run by a broader Chinese developer network that the Microsoft Store has effectively enabled and cultivated. Others have pointed out pieces of this before, but the scope revealed through this investigation shows just how deep it goes. Since the first Reddit posts a few months ago, several people have reached out privately and more are joining as the evidence grows. This story is still unfolding, and it's only a matter of time before more users start connecting the dots. The Microsoft Store comes pre-installed on nearly 1 billion devices worldwide, and that reach brings responsibility. Microsoft must be held accountable for allowing and profiting from the spread of scamware and potentially unsafe apps on such a massive scale. So there you have it. The same app, fake company, fake exec, fake reviews, and Microsoft still pushing it on the front page. PDFGear and PDF X are one operation. Let's see if Microsoft and Syncfusion take the appropriate action.